Shrirupanuga Pravaram Rajarasarasigam Narayanam Tam Prapandam Shri Guru Charanam Vande Ramana Prasthaya Bhutale Rupanuga Bhaktiram Cha Kripa Murti Narayanam Seva Kunja Vrajaya Ramya Govardhana Giro Sada Radha Kunda Rasananda Dattat Seva Pradayakam Gurum Narayanakyam Tam Vande Vinoda Prishtakam Yatpada Smriti Matrena Damodara Prasidatu Vanchakalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhubevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurat Visharma He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandha Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaskute Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Bhaktya Vihina Parala Lakshya Kshiptasya Kamarita Madhya Kripa Mayi Tvam Sharanam Prapanna Brinde Namaste Sharanarvindam Bhajami Radham Aravindanetam Smadami Radham Madhurasmitasya Bhajami Radham Karuna Bharadram Sato Mamanyasti Gatir Nakati Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. First of all, my Sastanand Pranam, thousand times Lord Sri Paramaradam, Guru Pada Padmam, Vishnu Pada Satra Shishima, Bhakti Vedanta Narayan, Sai Maharaj, Sri Gurudev. Secondly, my Sastanand Pranam, thousand times Lord Sri of my Sri Rupanuga Gauri, Guru Bhagavad. Never my Sastanand Pranam, and all the simple Vaishnavas and Vaishnavas. Continuing with the reading of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, Karma Yoga. Gurudev's Prakashika Vritti on the verse, Ishtan Bhogan Hivo Deva Dasyamte Yagya Bhavitaha Tad Dattan Apradaya Yo Yo Bhumte Stena Evasa. In this verse is saying that being pleased by your yagya, the devas will award you your desired goals. Therefore, a person who enjoys the ingredients given by the devas without first offering them to the devas is certainly a thief. So, just recap yesterday. Bhavanuvar is saying here that Vishwanath Thakur explains failure to perform karma will certainly impede one's progress. Sri Bhagavan is speaking this shloka beginning with the word Ishtan to clarify this point. Grains and other products grow due to rain, which is caused by the devas. After producing grains and other items, a person who enjoys them without first offering them to the devas by performing Pancha Mahayagya is a thief. Anything we take for our own enjoyment before offering them to the devas means if we cannot offer to, we should offer to Bhagavan. But if we do not have that Shraddha, at least to the devas you should offer. Otherwise you will be called a thief. Sri Gurudev's Prakashika Vritti. In regard to Pancha Mahayagya, it is stated in the Garud Puran, Adhyapanam Brahma Yagyat Pritri Yagyat Sutarpanam Homo Daivo Balil Bhauto Nriyagyo Tithi Pujanam. One Adhyapan, to give instruction from Shastra to the disciple, is Brahma Yagya. Why? The ear of the disciple is like the kund, and the tongue is like the spoon, the offering, and the Maha Mantra is the mantra, the Vedic mantra, and the ghee, that is our bhav, that is our mood. The Guru, he speaks Harikatha, and it's in the ear of the disciple with so much mood. This is like performing yagya, Brahma Yagya. 2. To offer oblations to the forefather is Pitru Yagya. forefathers who live pious life, then they go to Pitri Loka. Then the descendants, they need to offer them oblations so that they may attain some sustenance there in Pitri Loka. Without offering these oblations, then the Pitris will not be pleased, they will not enjoy them, they will not be happy. Therefore, Pitri Yagya is performed. With this conception of forefathers and Pitri nowadays, something is there. You can see like people during this specific time of the year, like before Kartik, I think. Yeah. During that time, there's 2 weeks during this time before Amavasya, then they're always worshiping the Pitris. So many people come here to the temple, they're asking for Shraddha. Sometimes they're doing every day or every 2 days. They're classifying their Pitris during this time specifically. So something is still there, but in the West there's very less conception. Something. In China then they're burning these papers for their forefathers. Some conception is there, but it is almost lost. 3. To perform Homa Yagya, fire sacrifice is Deva Yagya. Homa Yagya means like wood and ghee, and Kunda, which is the Homa Yagya. Vaishnav Homa, different homas. If you worship the demigods, then Indra Homa, Varun Homa, Agni Homa, so many different homas. Vaishnavas we perform what? Vaishnav Homa. It's the main Homa. Before the Vaishnav Homa, we may do some Narasingh Homa, some Sudarshan Homa, some small few mantras for the pleasure of the Lord. But for us, Vaishnav Homa, that is the ultimate sacrifice. There, Bhagavan with all his Dham, associates, everybody, they are offered oblations, they are worshipped. And 4, to give offering of foods, flowers, grains, and so on to the Jivatmas is Bali or Bhuta Yagya. Then you offer charity, grains. And some people you see in India, they go and they put grains on the bottom of the tree, and the birds and the ants, they eat that grains. Distributing Parikramas, probably distributing Mahaprasad. This is not any Bhuta Yagya, this is actually direct Bhagavan service, direct Yagya to Bhagavan. By feeding all the Jivatmas, they are seeing the sadhus, they are seeing the Tilak, seeing the devotees. Then they get some sukriti. And then by that sukriti they may come to the temple, meet the Vaishnava, say sadhu sangha. So we shouldn't mistake the distribution, when people ordinarily distribute grain and the distribution that the Vaishnava perform. Night and day difference. Distribution of Mahaprasad is millions and millions of superior to just distributing grains. That will touch the soul. Develop their sukriti. Bring them to sadhu sangha. Very, very powerful. Swami Maharaj Prabhupada, he said, wherever my temples are, in a radius of 10 miles, then no one should go hungry. Started with food for life. Distributing Mahaprasad everywhere. But so in general though, distribution of grains, in the West you see the people, they go to the parks and they throw grains to the pigeons. The pigeons, they eat these grains. So some conception is there, feeding the birds like that, but people in the West, they don't want to feed the animals. They want the animals to feed them. They kill the animals, they eat the animals. So it is very due to ignorance and they're acting in this way. They're confused, they have no knowledge. They think that even those who have some faith, Christians, and they think only humans have soul. Animals don't have soul. But they cut the animals. Survival of the fittest. This is evolution, hierarchy. We have to survive, we are superior, we are more intelligent, that way we can do what we want. But they don't realize actually all this punishment, all the sins, for this reaction, all the reaction for their sins is waiting for them. Like Giridhari the hunter. Narad Rishi, he was walking on Prithvi in Bharat. Then he saw that there was an animal on the ground and he was bleeding and suffering so much. Then he went further, he saw another injured animal. He walked a little bit, saw so many injured animals here and there. Some were dead, some were breathing, some almost died, some dead. Like, who is killing and torturing these animals like this? Then after I saw one hunter, dark complexion, no bathing, long hair, dreadlock, bow and arrow, and he was hunting, he was shooting animals, and he's shooting animals and he's looking. Then he's poking an animal and poking a little more, so more blood coming. Then he's very happy, torturing and killing animals. Then after some time, he tortured and seeing the animal suffer, then he's happy, then he's smiling, he's moving next. Narada said, hey, what are you doing? Why are you doing like this? Then he said, oh. Then seeing Narada, Rishi, he's opposed, everything that hunter, he became a little silent, he became a little shocked. He didn't know what to say. But then he said, oh, my name is Giridhari. This is my profession, I am a hunter. So why you don't kill animals? No, I get happiness killing these, torturing the animals. When I see them suffer like this, it gives me pleasure. That's why I do it. It's my own sport. Otherwise, I have no inspiration to hunt. For food, I can shoot and kill, but there's no fun there. I want to see this violence, this suffering. It gives me pleasure in my heart. Then Narada said, no, you should not do this. So much sin, so many reactions are waiting for you. So I don't believe in any reaction like that. What I see in front of me, I believe. Then Narada thought, oh, he's so fallen, he doesn't know what is going to happen to him. Then Narada took some water from his kamandala and threw on him. When he threw the water on him, what did Giridhari see? He saw all the animals he had ever been tortured and killed. They were all waiting in the sky. Their claws and mouth open, ready to eat him. Waiting, oh, as soon as the Giridhari leaves his body and to his subtle body, then they're going to come attack him. And he realized that after his death, then this punishment is coming for him. Then he became so fearful that he fell at the feet of Narada. Save me. Please help me. What can I do? Then Narada instructed him. The science of the soul, the Lord, in the path of Dharma. Gave him the holy names. Basically initiated him to chant the holy names. Then Giridhari was offered his pranam, he said, Gurudev, and I will follow everything you said. Then Narada left. Then some time later, then Maharaj was coming through that path, that way, with his friend Parvat Muni. They were discussing about Atma Tattva, transcendental subjects. Then, as they were walking, they saw that there was one man on the road, one hunter, and he was walking, and he came across some ants that were on the side of the road, crossing the road. Very carefully with the cloth, he brushed the ants aside, one side like this, then he continued walking. Parvat Muni said, who is this person? He's so careful that he's even very carefully brushing the ants aside, he's not to step on them. He's so compassionate. Then Narada explained to him, oh, he is Giridhari. Then Narada explained to him everything, what happened, how he was before, and now how he has changed. This is the power of Sadhusanga. This is the power of now. Such a sinful person like Giridhari the hunter, how his heart changed, how he became so compassionate. Then when Giridhari saw Narada Krishna Parama, he came and offered his obeisance, and again he was begging for the mercy and instructions of Narada Rishi. So his life completely changed. People they don't realize they're killing animals and this and that, what will happen to them? Fifth canto of Bhagavad says there are so many hellish planets there. Raudava, Tamishra, Andha Tamishra, Maharodava, Kumbhipaka. The one planet is where all the animals that you ever harmed in your life, they all take their forms there. You go there, and it's Tamishra. It's really dark, black, you cannot see anything. And in that darkness, those insects and animals come, they attack you, they bite you, they torture you. They don't leave you. All that punishment you gave them, now they'll take back with interest. Not 1 year, 2 years, thousands and thousands of years. You are in that darkness, wandering, no food, no water, nothing, you cannot see anything, and the insects are biting you. There's no escape. And then Kumbhipaka, you're frying animals and cooking them, and they cook you in the wok also. They boil oil, they throw you in that oil, and they cook you in the oil. So many Rhoda, Ruru dogs, they're like hellhounds, not like ordinary Ordinary dogs, they are dangerous. You can see they have big teeth and they bite you, it's very dangerous. They have rabies, everything. 20,000 people in India every year they die from dog bites. Children, they get eaten by these dogs. Imagine these are Ruru dogs. The Ruru dogs, they have so many teeth and they're sharp like razor blades, hard like thunderbolts. And they're very fearsome, these dogs. And they'll rip you to shreds. Even in this world, there's guard dogs, the bulldog and the certain dogs they use. They're very German Shepherd, they're very good and powerful, they can kill a person. These Ruru dogs, they will tear you to pieces. People who create this kind of suffering to other animals, to other living entities, then they get punished in this way. So therefore, the Jivatmas, one should be always compassionate to the Jivas. Now seeing Paramatma is everywhere, the Atma is everywhere. Should never harm living entities. But the Atma that is there inside the ant is the same Atma that you are also Atma that you have in this body. They have a small body, you have a big body. They all Mama Vamsa Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Shanatma, all answers of Ishvara, all servants of the Lord. There is no difference. So understanding that, then one should respect, never harm any living entity. Therefore, if you give grains and you help the Jivas, then this is actually, you will accumulate piety for this. Pious results. This is called Bhuta Yagya, Bali Yagya. People that understand Bali means what? Sacrifice. They sacrificed animals in Yagya, but no. It means to the Yagya of helping the animals, helping the Jivas, this is the Bali Yagya. Not that you offer them. Those who do Bali Yagya, who kill the animals and offering them, they will definitely suffer. That is never sanctioned. In Vedas, it's Go Meda Yagya and this Go Meda Yagya and this Ashwamedha Yagya, where the cow and the horse, they offer in the cow and the horse, they get old and they cut up, they offer the yagya, and it comes out with a new body, a young body. In previous yugas they would do that, they would give new life to the animal, but that is forbidden in Kali Yuga. So 5, the final yagya is what? To receive guests warm-heartedly is called Nri Yagya. So therefore Vedas say Atiti Devo Bhava, Pitri Devo Bhava, Matri Devo Bhava, Guru Devo Bhava. Honor guests as if they are the Lord themselves. You should give them that respect. Be very hospitable to them. Serve them. When any guest comes to your place, then you have to be respectful and honor them with whatever you have. And if you don't have anything, at least you can offer them a seat and some water. Even if you don't have that, then at least you can welcome them with sweet words, with a good mood. But if you neglect the guests, you don't welcome them and you act harshly with them, then some reaction will come. They said, again in the 5th canto of Bhagavatam, describing the hellish planets, in one hell where it said that guests come to your house and you eat in front of them without offering them food, and they go to this planet known as Krimi Bhojan. The planet is only just one big lake. Like it is 100,000 yojanas, 800,000 miles in diameter. And the lake also is deep, the same, 800,000 miles. And the lake is filled up with maggots, worms. And you take birth as a worm in there. And these worms, what are they doing? They're eating each other there. As you're eating one worm, another worm is eating you. And you have to stay in that lake as many yojanas wide that lake is. So you have to stay there a minimum 100,000 years. You have to stay just in that lake, eating another worm as they eat you. It's that any guest that comes to your house and you look at them with harsh eyes, anybody, but specifically a guest, you look at them with harsh eyes, angry eyes, and piercing eyes, like hatred and envy, then you get sent to this hellish planet where it's a barren wasteland. There's rock, mountain everywhere. No water, nothing. And then the Yamadutas, they tie your head back like this. So your head is looking up in the sky. And then they make you wander in that land. And that land is full of vultures. And they're perched up on these mountains, on these rocks here and there. And they swoop down and they pluck the eyes out of your head. And then after they pluck the eyes out of your head, then they grow back. And again you're wondering, again then another vulture will come and pluck them out. Why are you using these eyes with hatred and envy, looking at others, causing pain and suffering to other jivas through your glance? Then you will suffer despair. So, therefore, Atiti Deva, you should respect guests. There's so much honor and respect and love. Ramanujacharya said, anyone who, if you see all these temples, they have outside the main gate, they have a gopura. Like Keshaji Gaurimat, they had Nishingadeva on the top of the main gate. Now, this is like the entrance. And anyone who walks to the entrance of the temple, Ramanujacharya said, you should see them having 4 hands and with tilak on 12 parts of their body. In other words, anyone who comes to the temple, then you should see that, understand that only by great sukriti, by great mercy of the Lord, they have come. Therefore, they are not ordinary. They are liberated already. Anyone who touches the temple, they attain liberation immediately. It is described. Anyone who sees tilak, they become liberated immediately. So anyone who comes into the temple should understand they are already liberated. Therefore, you should see them as, respect them as a Vaishnava. And speak sweetly to them, not mistreat them. If you mistreat those who come to the temple, speak harshly, fight, this, that, then some reaction will come. Therefore, to receive guests warm-heartedly is called Nri Yagya. This is very, very pious, very, very pleasing to the Lord. These are like some of the, these are all dharmic activities, these yagyas. These are like the foundation, like basic cornerstones of Vedic dharma. Respecting guests and respecting other living entities. It's called Doya, compassion. Compassion is one of the 4 legs of Dharma. If Dharma is a bull, then compassion, purity, austerity, and compassion, purity, austerity, and honesty. These are the 4 legs of the bull. In Kali Yuga, there is only, the bull is 3 legs are cut completely. And 1 leg is half. Not even half, now like quarter. So in Kali Yuga there is some honesty still available. But purity, austerity and compassion is all left, gone. So by following these 4 pillars of Dharma, then you can understand you are not in Kali Yuga anymore, you are living in Satya Yuga. Therefore the Vaishnava, because they accept Vaishnava Dharma, they follow the instructions of the Lord, then therefore we are living a golden age. This is Dhanya Kali. Mahaprabhu distributed the fruits of Prem openly. Therefore, even though it is Kali Yuga, we are living in a very fortunate time. More than Satya Yuga. Those who follow these principles, then they are in Satya Yuga automatically. Why? Then you are following those as the people in Satya Yuga live. You follow them, how are you in Kali Yuga? So, these are all basic things that we should know. And those who are born in India, then they have the good fortune, then they learn these things. Mother and father from society. From the childhood, they have this cleanliness, standard of cleanliness, and then they learn, especially if they're born in some Brahmin family, pious family, and they get this foundation very quickly. But as we heard earlier in the Gita, that even though these things are dharmic, but still bhakti is far superior to dharma. Therefore, to hear and chant, serve Guru Vaishnava, serve the Lord, these things are more important. These things are beneficial and they are favorable. But you may do all of these things, but you don't chant the holy name, you don't serve the Lord, you're not in sadhu sangha, then these things will only, you may attain Swarga, you may go to the heavenly planet. But if you do bhakti, then you will attain Bhagavan. So, because these things are favorable and the Vaishnava, they adopt these things. Guests come, Vaishnava always sitting 1 hour, 2 hours, spending giving time to them, helping, speaking sweet words to them, giving compassion and mercy, distribution of prasadam, all these things. We don't do pretty yagya, we do yagya of our Guru Varga. Whenever the entities come, then we honor and we celebrate the entities of all our Guru Varga. Why? These are our pitri. Our family, when Param Gurudev was asked about his family lineage, Param Gurudev just quoted Krishna Hoite Chatur Mukha, Hoy Krishna Seva Mukha, Tara hoite Narada Mati. Narada hoite Dasa, Taradasa Vyasa Dasa. Purna Pragya, Padmanabhagati. This is my lineage. Brahma, Krishna to Brahma, to Narada, to Vyasa. These are my forefathers. Therefore, we perform Pitri Yagya in that way. How we honor our Guru Bhagavad, whenever that speech comes. And Adhyapan, this Yagya, Guru is always giving instructions to the disciples. And Deva Yagya Homa, we offer fire sacrifice to Achyuta. This is the Nimna Ganam Yatha Ganga, Achyutam Devanam Yatha, Vaishnavanam Yatha Shankho, Purananam Idam Gataha. Out of all, Ganga is the greatest. Out of all Devas, Achyuta is the greatest. Out of all Vaishnavas, Shankhu, Shiva is the greatest. Out of all Puranas, this Srimad Bhagavatam is the greatest. The verse from the 12th canto of Bhagavatam. By worshipping Achyuta, therefore Vaishnava we call our Gotra, our lineage Achyuta Gotra. We are in the line of Achyuta Bhagavan. By worshipping, doing Yagya for Achyuta, automatically all the Devatas, they are satisfied. And this way you can see this Pancha Mahayagya. The Vaishnava they show in the real way how to do Pancha Mahayagya, the true sense. Therefore they engage us in these activities. Many persons think that the word Bali in this shloka means to offer a yagya by killing animals and humans. But this is not the opinion of Shastra. Loke devayamisha madhya seva nitya hi janta nahitat chodana evastitis tesu vivaha yagya sura grahat asu nibriti ishta. This is from 11th canto Srimad Bhagavad. The true meaning of Bali is to give grains, water, fruits, flowers and animals in charity for the satisfaction of the devas. And therefore it said that all these things, the prescriptions to eat meat, alcohol, all these things, these have all been given in Shastra in some way for tamasic jivas. But they've made them so complex and the reactions are so horrible, and the jiva, he may do those activities, he'll be attached if he follows the right procedure. Like, if you want to eat meat, then it's described that on the full moon day, you have to go to a hill and take a lesser animal, not like cow or buffalo, but like an animal with a lower consciousness, like a goat, a chicken. And you have to cut the animal's throat with your own hand while looking at the animal. And then you have to promise the animal, as I am killing you, cutting you, in your next life you kill and cut me. Looking into the eye of the animal as you cut its throat on the full moon night. And then you have to see, watch the blood come out of his throat and smell the blood. Then you can skin the animal and cook it, eat it. This is the Vedic way. In other words, every time you kill an animal, that's on morning full moon, or Amavasya, full moon day, you have to do like that. And then you have to promise that I will suffer the same fate. So what happens is that the jivas, when they do that, then they will start to realize, oh, I'm doing this, they're going to do the same thing to me, okay, better I not do this. We're drinking liquor, there's no prescription in Shastra to drink it directly, but they say you can take the wine, you can smell it. The fumes that come from the alcohol, you can inhale the fumes of the alcohol, and that way you can, like that is described like that. There's some yagya you have to do like that. In other words, they make it very difficult and they disencourage, so that you will give up these tamasic tendencies. And if you want to have sex life, then through marriage only. And so many there are prescriptions like this. So the purpose is not to encourage these activities, but for you to give them up. That is the whole idea in the Vedas. Give up these tamasic activities. So the true meaning of sacrifice is to offer to Bhagavan. Shloka 13. Yagya Shistashna Santam Munjante Sarvakil Vishai Munjate Te Agham Papa Ye Pachant Atma Karanat. Vaishnava always quoting this verse in their class. Saintly persons who accept the remnants of Yagya become free from sin. But those who cook grains and offer foodstuffs for their own sake are sinful and certainly partake of sin. Bhavanuva, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Those who accept the grain remnants of Yagyas, such as Vaishvadeva, a type of Deva Yagya, become free from the sins incurred due to Panchasuna. Panchasuna. According to Smriti Shastra, the 5 objects known to the household as Panchasuna are the cooking fire, the grinding instrument, the mortar and pestle, and water pot and broom. The word suna means the place where animals are slaughtered. These 5 household objects are called panchasuna because they may inflict violence upon living entities. It's only because of panchasuna that householders do not attain svarga. So unknowingly you're killing people in these 5 places. When you broom, then you kill the animal. Like you have a cricket in your room in the house. I would broom the cricket out of my room. But you don't realize that the cricket legs are very fragile. The body is very fragile. When you broom with the coconut broom, it actually smashes and it breaks the antennas on his head, the legs, they all get broken, the cricket dies. So even though you're trying to be careful, you kill them by accident. Then when you pour water into the water pot, so there might be some little insects or anything inside the water but you cannot see. Why is it dark? There's no light in there. Maybe you look carefully how you will see. You pour the water in there and the water, they get drowned. You light the fireplace, how can you see what insects are there? Right? You cannot see. You light the fire, then some insects are burnt immediately. And you take the grinding stone, you're grinding ginger, turmeric, and grinding jeera, spices and stuff, and animals, bugs, they get squashed in there. And we take the mortar and pestle, then also they get smashed in there. So unknowingly you commit violence, panchasuna, 5 types of violence. And then because of that, you are not eligible to go to Svarga, even though you may live a pious life. Then you have to do atonement to destroy this, the sins of this panchasuna. Prakashika Vritti. Yagya is related with the worship of the devatas are called Vaishvadeva. Vasu Sato Kratu Daksho Kala Kamo Driti Kuruhu Pururava Madrava Cha Vishvadeva Prakirtitaha. Maharaj Muni has said what? That violence is caused unknowingly to living entities by the householder's use of the pestle, fire, grinding instrument, water pot and broom. Those who cook food for themselves become implicated in such sins. Even nowadays it's more than panchasuna actually. You're driving car, you're hitting dog, you're hitting rabbits, hitting mice, hitting deer, hitting so many things. And in airplane, there's so many birds, they fly into the engines, they get smashed up in there. And train, driving, hitting so many animals. And you're using a mobile phone, killing all these birds, you know. Here we have no tower in this area, because there's only one tower here, Reliance. But all the other towers like Airtel and all that, they don't work here. So there's less radio waves here. That's why all these birds are here, because they're not suffering. If you go a little bit out here, you will not find the birds, they all die. Before in the mobile, the birds everywhere, all Mathura, so many birds, they're all dead because of the mobile tower. Using your mobile, you're killing the birds. Nowadays, unlimited ways, new ways that we are unknowingly killing these living entities. So those who cook food for themselves become implicated in such sins. Even if they properly perform their prescribed duties, they do not attain Svarga. Therefore, the Smriti Sastras have prescribed the Pancha Yagya to nullify the sins from Panchasuna. Panchasuna kritam papam pancha yagya vyakhohati. So one has to do Pancha Yagya. For Vaishnava, what does that mean, Pancha Yagya? Sarva Sanganam Kritam Bhagavad Shavam Maturava Sri Murtira Sadhaya Seva. He said that Sakala Saranasesta E Pancha Anga Krishna Prem Janmaya Krishna Prem Krishna Prem Janmaya Panchara Alpasana. By doing these 5 limbs, even a little bit, very Krishna Prem. This is the topmost forms of sadhana. Sarvasanga Nam Kirtan Bhagavad Saran Maturava Sri Murtira Sadhaya Seva. This is our Pancha Yagya. We want to engage these limbs of bhakti. Then automatically, then Krishna says that what? Sarva dharmam parityaja maam ekam saranam praja aham tam sarva papebhyo moksha ishyami mamsha. Do not worry for sinful reactions. I will remove them. Surrender unto me. Give up all forms of dharma. No need for you to perform separate yajna for nullifying this panchasuna. Just do everything as an offering to the Lord. Shloka 14. Anna bhavanti bhutani parjanya anna sambhavaha. Yajna bhavati parjanyo yajna karma samudbhavaha. All living beings are born from food grains, which are produced from rain. Rains are produced from yajna, and yajna is born of prescribed duties. In other words, if you do your duties, your prescribed duties, this is the cause of what? The living entities. If you neglect your prescribed duties, then what will happen? Then there will be no rain, and grains will not grow, and from grains and how will the living entities come into this world? Therefore, the jivas, they come down in the form of this rain. When they enter, they become rain. Therefore, even though Kali Yuga is going on, but you should understand that Brahma, other demigods, they are doing yajna all the time. They are very compassionate. Therefore, even though the vast majority of Kali Yuga, they are not doing any yajna, but the Vaishnavas, at least they are doing Sankirtan yajna. Therefore, the demigods are giving the rain. They are giving light, all these things. Therefore, he said that if the arati and the puja of great Mahabhagavat and Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada were to stop, then he said that the whole Prithvi would slide down into the lower depths of Patal. Like before, Prithvi Devi sunk into the ocean, and Varaha Devi had to come lift her up. But it's not like it never happened before. It happened before. And Varaha Devi had the incarnation, the board incarnation had to come lift Prithvi on his tusk and place her back in her proper place. So this is Sankirtan Yajna, this is Deva Yajna, that is worship of Bhagavan, that is what is maintaining the earth, creating rain, everything. Then, because if there is no hope for the jivas to attain salvation, no hope for the jivas to worship Bhagavan, then what is the purpose of this material world? The material world is a place where the jivas are independent, but the Lord comes here to show His compassion, to deliver the jivas. If the task of delivering the jivas is not taking place, then what is the use of this material world? Bhagavan will destroy this world. So Advaita Acharya, he said, he tried to help the jivas during the time before Mahaprabhu's birth because no one had any interest. So I'll call Mahaprabhu. And if I'm unable to, unsuccessful in calling Mahaprabhu, then I'll take my Sudarshan Chakra, kill all these jivas. What is the use of their life if they cannot develop Bhakti? So, the human form of life is meant for only one thing, that is worship of Bhagavan, self-realization. And if that is not provided, then there's no need to provide rain or sun and all these things. Just as sun and rain and air and everything, food is provided to all the jivas, the Lord Govinda Goswami said. Same way, the Lord also provides sadhu sangha to the jivas, for the soul, the upliftment of the soul. He provides everything. So if that provision is not given for the soul, then all the provision for maintaining the body is useless. That will also stop. So understand that the rain, sunlight, air, food, all these things is coming from only one place, that is due to bhakti, due to devotion. Devotion is, devotees perform devotion in this world, and therefore the universe is being maintained. Otherwise, it will be destroyed instantly. It will have no purpose, no value. Bhavanuvad. Sri Bhagavan said, it is still desirable to perform yajna because it maintains the cycle of action in this material world. To express this, in other words, by doing yajna, then this cycle of performing action, it continues. The jivas have to come here, try to fulfill their desires. Ultimately, then the Lord will deliver them. To express this, Sri Bhagavan speaks the sloka beginning with the word annad. Living entities take birth from food grains. Just food grains are the cause of living entities. Especially in Kali Yuga. Anna gata pran. In Satya Yuga, the life air was stored in the bones. When Hiranyakashipu did tapasya, the ants had completely just ate most of his body. Termites had made a house on his body. Only his bones could be seen there, and fire was emanating his head. He was circulating his pran in his bones. Then Brahma came and offered water on him and he attained new body. Valmiki Rishi also answered to bring the Ravana's body. Then Narad Rishi gave birth to Narad, Valmiki, and he attained new body. So, but in Kali Yuga, the prana is well in the grain. If you don't eat grain, you will not be able to maintain your prana, and you will get sick and you will leave. So this progress is going to be described further on. We will hear that tomorrow. Gaur Pramananda Hari 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 Bol Jai Shri Guru Kirtan Ki Jai Jai Shri Srimad Bhagavad Gita Ki Jai Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Pad Ki Jai Andhagati Vaishnav Ki Jai Samveda Bhakti Ki Jai Madhyan Arati Ki Jai Jai Gaur Pramananda Hari